So you see how simple that was. It's going to be very brief. We have a CD of music that Miss Joyful will have. We haven't learned the songs yet, but depending on the schedule, Miss Joyful will be leading worship with the kids. It could be something Miss Joyful does with the kids, or it could be something that the class does by themselves without Miss Joyful in the room. We're still trying to work on all the details of the schedule. And it really depends on the service hour that you serve in. I know this is true for the 2-year-olds as well. At 8 o'clock in the 3-year-olds, we have 2 3-year-old classrooms. At 10 o'clock, we have 3. At 12, we have 2. And at 5, we only have 1. So each service hour, the schedule is going to change for how quick we have to get Miss Joyful in and out. Like especially at 10 o'clock, she won't have a lot of time to spare at the beginning and at the end she won't have much wiggle time on her schedule. Whereas at the 5 o'clock service time, she only has 1 service to go to. So she could possibly even spend a little bit more time in the classroom if she wanted to. So it's those kinds of details that we still have to totally figure out and set in stone. But you saw the lesson. It's very brief. And I think that'll be perfect. I know it will be perfect for our 3s because that's about the amount of time they can just sit there and pay attention. So that was great. And I'm sure it's the same. I mean, the 2-year-olds have even a shorter attention span. So you can see, if any of you are interested in being Miss Joyful, it's going to be a really laid-back, fun, interactive time for you to be Miss Joyful and to be with the kids. So if any of you are considering it, and it doesn't have to be just Miss Joyful. If you're a guy and you want to be Jimmy Joyful, that's what we call him. You don't have to wear the apron and the skirt, unless you want to. Just kidding, I don't think we'd allow that. But we have a fun, like Trader Joe's Hawaiian kind of funky shirt for the guy, and just, your jeans or whatever you would wear on a Sunday. So guys, you can do this too. Don't feel like, oh, I'm not a girl, so I can't do it. So the only downside to being Miss Joyful is that you wouldn't necessarily get to be in the classroom with the kids like you are right now. Again, depending on this service hour. If you serve at a service where there aren't as many classrooms and you wouldn't have as many kids to go visit, many rooms to go visit, you could still have some time to be in the classroom with the kids, but it wouldn't be the whole time. So that's one hard part. There's benefits and negatives to it, I guess. So do you guys have any questions about what you saw up here? What happened up here?
I love this whole format, and I wanted to know, is it a part of the True curriculum?
It is not. It's totally different from True. We are using, Brandy, can you hold it? It's Gospel Lights curriculum. So that's, we've never, well, as far as I know, have we used Gospel Lights? And I love it because it makes it so simple. And really the lessons are very brief. If anybody wants to take a look at this, you can. This is from their winter curriculum, so obviously we're not going to be doing it right now, but I have this up here for you to look at. But Gospel Light, they're a pretty well-known writer of curriculum, I guess. I don't know what they are, but Gospel Light, great curriculum.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, it'll be totally different from the 4-year-olds and elementary. Any other questions? They provide all of this. They provide all of the flannels.
Oh.
And we got the Bible, the little children's Bible that they have, which is similar to some of them that we have in our classrooms now. When we asked them about it, when we asked Gospel Light about it, they said, well, our illustrator didn't make the eyeballs on the people quite as buggy as the beginner's Bible.
That was the only difference?
That was the only difference.
Oh, man. That's sad.
I know. So, but it just keeps the stories really simple and sweet. And sometimes, I even do this sometimes if you've seen me teach large group, like if I don't know that I'm teaching and somebody doesn't show up and I do it at the last minute, sometimes I'll grab one of these Bibles and just read the story out of here because kids love to be read to. You know, they love to see pictures and I don't know. When we envisioned Miss Joyful, we pictured a grandma or somebody that kids are just totally drawn to. And nobody in here is old enough to be a grandma, so don't let that turn you away. But that's the kind of person that we imagine, just somebody that the kids are just drawn to the second she walks in a room. Like a grandma type person, you know, who holds the kids on her lap. That's what we envision. So Miss Joyful will come in, get down at the kids' level, you know, feel free to sit on the floor on the little chairs that are in the classroom. and just be right at the kids' level. And it'll be easier to do that with less kids. You know, they can sit close to you and you can have them help put the flannels on the board and just make it a really sweet, interactive time with the kids.